Hey everyone, this is Matt Brown, and just a quick video to go over the summary of the summer school goals and metrics sheet that you guys had received, as well as how to put grades into Infinite Campus. So looking at the sheet initially, I know you guys have gone over this. So there's going to be 4 standards that you're going to be grading in Infinite Campus for summer school. And the first one is the major work of the grade in one of the units that you chose, and from there there's 4 cool downs that you've chosen, and you're going to assess them 4 times, which is approximately 1 time per week, using the cool downs. And in Infinite Campus, the students will receive a met or not yet. And students get a met in Infinite Campus if they get a 3 or 4 in 3 out of the 4 cool downs, or at least 2 cooldowns of the unit being taught. Next is the fact fluency and number sense, and you guys had lesson strings for the students, and there was a pre-test and a post-test for each week, I believe, and Jesse had sent you a list of the assessments and an assessment tracker to keep track of each assessment that you've given the students. And the way you score the students is using a 1 to 3 scale. 1 is more than 4 unknown facts circled, and or students mostly counting and direct modeling. For example, using tallies, manipulatives, and drawings. A scale of or a 2 on the scale would be 2 to 4 unknown facts circled, and students use facts that they know to figure out ones that they don't. And a 3 on the scale is 0 to 1 circled facts, and students are recalling or quickly deriving most facts through strategies. Then from there, based on those assessments, Infinite Campus, you'll put in met or not yet, and students get a met in Infinite Campus if students went from 1 to 2 or 3, or from a 2 to a 3 in at least 3 of the 4 weeks. There's no 4 because there's no way to exceed those standards. The next one is for anybody that has 4th, 5th, rising 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. That growth measure will be it's to prevent summer slide. That growth measure or that assessment will be the NWEA spring to fall RIT scores, so if that stays the same or increases. And however, there's no data entry into IC necessary. When the students take the NWA in the fall, you can compare those numbers. In the lower grades in reading, each school is just possibly slightly different, but many of them are going on F&P scores, whether it's from spring to fall or spring to summer. A few schools are using high frequency words, but regardless, in Infinite Campus, you would get a met or not yet based on if the student met their school goal, or your school goal. So that's a little bit of a overview of the summer school goals and metrics. And now when we jump over to Infinite Campus, hopefully you'll land on this landing page here. Not to be sometimes you may land here. Just make sure that the year, the school, the calendar, and the section is correct. So I've added a quick little class of a few students just for this demonstration, but I'm in East End and I've done Summer School 2022. And you can get to grades over here, but I think the most efficient way is click on the grid and go back to instruction, or go to instruction. I'm going to go back to instruction. And then over here, you've got same area where you take attendance. You're going to go to post grades. Okay, so once you click on post grades, and here's my mock class. Up here, again, make sure it should default to this, but make sure you're in term 1, which there's only one term in the summer learning. So make sure the dates are correct. The section, I have 2 sections because I'm associated with 2 classes. For most of you, you'll only have one option. If you are a site coordinator, I've added you as like a secondary teacher versus the primary classroom teacher. So if you are the site coordinator, you might see several classes, but for the most part you'll only see one. And then the tasks here are the standards. So first is listed as writing, reading, major work of the grade, and building fact fluency. So pretty straightforward from here. If you go to writing and the student has met, you choose M, and if they have not met, you put not met, and so on and so forth. And make sure when if you're new to Infinite Campus, make sure you hit save here. I'm not going to save because I don't want to post grades to these students, but make sure you hit save. If you don't, when you try to change this, it's going to give you like a pop-up here, and it says you are now leaving this page. If you continue, any unsaved data will be lost. I'm going to hit OK, but you'd want to hit cancel and then save. So I'm going to go ahead and go to reading. I'm not going to save their grades. And then reading, if the student has met or not yet met, and so on and so forth. And then you would go to major work of the grade. For math, same thing. And then you would go to the building fact fluency based on the assessments, again, the assessments that you guys have given also this summer. Met, okay. And then save after each one again. So if you guys, hopefully this helps navigate putting in grades, especially for those of you that aren't really familiar with Infinite Campus. But if you have any questions on the summer school goals and metrics, you can reach out to Jesse. And if you have any Infinite Campus issues as far as logging in, or again, kind of the same thing we've done all summer, if you have any questions, inputting grades or where to go, or anything like that as far as Infinite Campus goes, you can reach out to me. So I hope this helps, and enjoy the rest of your summer.